Okay, welcome to the second episode on Fierce Links. If you haven't watched the first episode, please do so. That will help you out. For those that are just starting on this episode, we will be discussing meta title and meta description and also link alias. So, um, we are still going to be selling Fierce AI. This is the product that we want to market, and it's located at fierceai.io. It's a content writer and image and text to speech and all that good stuff that it has. So we're actually going to go back to Intelligent Mind because we'll be using him here in a moment also. But what we do is we have to actually go into our dashboard, and we're actually going to go ahead and go out and find an article. Here's a good one that is going to um, be about AI. So remember, we're going to be posting that information to our groups that will be able to, be able to read these articles or whatnot, and be something that's aligned with the groups that you're in. Now, because of security, the developers did work on it yesterday, and I had to delete those two links that we were working with, so we'll have to create our own. Plus, the security is heightened for the pin drop, so whenever you post from or get your links, your articles from here, which this is MSN, Microsoft, um, the pin drop added security doesn't really like all these ads. So your URL shortener may work once in a while. Sometimes it doesn't, though. It'll just kick it back and you won't find the link in there. So we're just going to go ahead and do it manually. And it's very simple. You just copy the link up there. And again, the reason why it's not doing that is because um, all these ads and stuff, they're linking you to other places, and pin drop does not really like that. So that's unfortunate. So if you have a lot of ads running on your link, which a lot of times you do, if you're getting articles, they want to, they're getting their money through ads. It's going to be kind of hard to use the little bookmarklet, unfortunately. But I'm not going to go down on security because security is the most important right now. So anyways, we're going to paste that link in here. We're just going to go ahead and shorten it. That's going to pop up. We're just going to close that out. So you always want to test your link, so you can just paste and actually go to it to make sure that it is going there, because it is important to make sure that your links are not dead, and they're not going, because that's going to be your reputation, and you want to make sure that you keep your reputation good. Okay, so inside of Ferris Links, we're actually going to talk about. Actually, I do need to. Let's do more information. Let's go ahead and copy that link, and let's go back to the actual article, because we're going to need the actual title of the article here in just a moment. So I'll just leave that open. All right. So what we want to do is just edit our link, and here right at the first you'll see meta tags. Now, if you do custom banner, which is 500 by 500 pixels to put up there, which is going to take place of your actual article picture. So we want to go ahead and keep this article picture. But if you also do this, because of GDPR and also security measures, it's going to actually ask if you have one of these banner images in your meta. It's going to actually ask the person that's going there to actually accept the GDPR. So that kind of slows down the whole link process. So I personally never really use that, but it is there just in case. But just understand that they will be asked for security purposes. All right, so we need a meta title and a meta description for this, right? So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to ask Intelligent Mind to provide that for us. Intelligent Mind, could you provide a meta title and meta description for this particular link? And then once you do that, you're going to want to go out here, and you're going to want to copy this and then bring it back in to Intelligent Mind, and hopefully he'll give us the meta title. Okay, so all right, so he, he's he's being a little ornery today. Let's go. Okay, Intelligent Mind, this is Keith Wilson. Please do me a favor and give me the meta title and meta description just on this article, please. All right, so he's telling me that he's not able to do it for some reason. There you go. Okay. So you don't have to say Keith Wilson. That's just what I said. But just make sure that if he says this, he's he's in a crabby mood today, I guess. Talking about he's not Intelligent Mind 2.0, so his capabilities do not extend. He's thinking that you're asking him for something else. So just make sure that you're telling him that you want it just for the title and description, so he'll go ahead and give it to you. He's just, like I said, he's just being hungry today. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy that title. That's funny to me, sorry. But we're going to copy that title, paste that in there, and then he gave us the description right here, which really looks good. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to paste that right there. And that's all you do as far as that. So you're going to go ahead and update your link. Now, what you want to do on these links is you want to make sure they're set to public. Okay. Now, if you ever edit this link, right? So let's say I make a change for whatever reason and I update that link. You're going to lose the public setting. So you're going to have to reset it again. Just simply because it needs to be set, because it doesn't know when you make those changes, it doesn't know whether you're going to want to set this public. So you'll just have to remember to set that public again and make sure your links that you want to go out there. Now, what this does for you is this is going to allow search engines, things like that are found in the sites to actually find you better using your meta title and meta description. Okay, the second thing in this episode I want to talk about is aliases. So we're going to go ahead and edit. Now, the alias right here, they give you one, but you can type a custom alias if you have, if you're, I believe it's just the enterprise. I'm not really for sure. We would actually have to, let's look at that because I'm not really too sure which one it is. So let's go to our pricing here. And you'll find that your custom alias, which is right here. So you get it on your Ultimate Master, your Powerhouse. Let's see, you also get it on your Growth Buddy, but your starter pack you do not get your custom alias. So you'll have to have your Growth Buddy, Powerhouse, or Ultimate Master to actually be able to do that. So, and really that's not a bad price. So anyways, so when you have your custom alias, if you have that pricing plan, you're going to be able to type in your alias. And what I usually do is like, you're going to want to read this or something like that. So you can say, you are going to want to read this. All right. And then whenever you do that and you update your link, remember we're going to have to also change that to set as public. But now you can see that whatever you want to say is right there. So that's kind of like a call to action, right? So people are going to actually read that. So when you want to post that out, now understand that whenever you post out like to Facebook or something, you're just going to get that. They're not going to see your actual link. So there's no link in here, right? So, but if you copy this link and you post like in, let's say, ByteVid Social, and you want to paste that link in, you'll see it right there. Okay. And of course, this doesn't go and get all the description and stuff, so you can also fill out your description here in ByteVid Social and also your title. So what I would do is I would just take that same meta information here, and I would just go ahead and put that in there. So let's close that out. So what we'll do is, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll just paste that right there. And then in your description, I would just go ahead and take that description that Intelligent Mind has given us and then just put it right there. And then you could, of course, you want to go ahead and share that. And then, so you are going to want to read this. So, that comes out. Now, see how, like, things like Bytebit Social Course is going to shorten that up for you. So you might not want it to be that long, you know. So anyways, um, so that's kind of like how that works. Okay. So that is your alias. It's found in your link, in your edit. You're going to want to do that right there. All right. So that's end of this episode, and happy linking.